I need one of these too.
Well, I haven't opened mine yet.
Oh, okay.
And I was wondering if you would help me.
Did she open hers with one that she wanted? Yeah. We gave her the last night.
All right, let's do this correctly. I mean, it's no pressure. Everybody's here. Will you marry me?
Yes.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of the Road to 300. I'm 131 pounds down as of this day, and as you can see, I'm the worst basketball trier of all time, but I'm gonna keep trying anyway. As I showed in the clip before, a lot has happened in the time since our last recording, but one of the big ones, or the biggest for me, Kelsey and I are now engaged. The surprise went out flawlessly. I asked her parents back in September if I could propose. They said yes, and from that point on, we were plotting and scheming away to get not only her parents but her grandparents and her sister and her sister's boyfriend up to Washington to come celebrate with us. So there were a lot of hiccups along the way, a lot of close calls as far as like everyone having their turn, almost spoiling the surprise, but nonetheless, it went up flawlessly, and I couldn't be more proud and humbled. And before we each went home for Christmas and the New Year, we were both kind of at this crossroads. You know, we've kind of been at it for a while, and every time it gets this time of year, when we're getting closer to our lease coming up, it's always that question of, you know, do we stay or do we move somewhere else? And, you know, I've been here for the better part of 4 years, and Kelsey moved in, you know, a couple of years after that. So, you know, we both devoted a lot of time to being here, and, you know, things have not exactly taken off as fast as either of us had thought or at least hoped. And I know when I moved down here, I had these, you know, hopeful illusions of grandeur. Like, I know that it was a long shot, but this idea that, like, I'm gonna go to film school and, like, I'm gonna get a job, like, right out or, like, pretty close there. And that's just not how things have happened. Again, I've been here for going on 4 years, and graduated for 2 of those. And besides little oddball, like, set jobs here and there, like, nothing really substantial has come along yet. And I'm working on a feature film now. I'll have a better idea a little bit later this month as to whether or not it's actually going to happen. I mean, I'm fairly confident, but, you know, it's the movie business, and just like anything else, nothing is guaranteed and anything can happen. And so it's just kind of up in the air. And I put the deadline for this month because, again, our lease is up here pretty quick, so, like, I have to know accordingly. And if it doesn't end up happening, then I have to use the rest of that time either pursuing a job or looking elsewhere. And elsewhere would probably be either Sacramento to be close to her family or Washington State to be close to mine. And the best part about both of those scenarios is we'll be close to family. You know, I love Kelsey's family like my own, and I think she feels the same way about mine. I mean, they're very similar and very cordial with one another, so like I couldn't be more blessed. But it is hard to think about leaving because, you know, if it would feel like those 4 years were wasted. I mean, granted, I did a lot of growing and learning and maturing as a person, but still, like that, you know, there's been literal hundreds of thousands of dollars invested into me living down here, and so to go back almost empty-handed is kind of, it's hard. I mean, I got into this wanting to make movies, and while I realize and like I tell myself and like other people, like just because you leave Hollywood doesn't mean you don't get to make movies. It just means you don't make Hollywood's movies right now. But it's still, again, it's humbling, it's depressing, it's exciting, it's all things considered, and we a lot, especially the last few days, have been going back and forth on whether we try to cut our losses now, like how much longer can we sustain down here. I mean, my grandparents have like been the outright like sponsors of me being down here, and I'm very grateful and humble to them, and obviously I can't expect them to keep me down here forever if I have nothing to show for it. So it is really hard, and it's something that's on our mind constantly, and it's something that we're constantly talking about. And you know, like it is hard, you know, because family gets excited about the prospect of us, you know, moving back home, so there's pressure from that. But I don't know, I'm just at this, we're both just at this weird crossroads, this weird headspace, and like a lot of the times that headspace is depression, if I'm being honest. And like depression is just like such a tired subject sometimes, but it's honest, and, so that's where I'm at right now. But again, I just wonder, you know, how other people deal and cope with, you know, like their depression, or how do you like get yourself out of these funks, like how do you get yourself out of these headspaces? Because again, it's not just that one feature. Like I literally had to stop recording this, go off to another interview for another feature, and then there's two other potential prospects. But again, it's like, but if those don't happen, it's like, again, so you're going to waste another year and all that much more money being down here for nothing. So I don't know, it's just really hard, but not impossible. And no matter what happens, like I'm going to try and put a positive spin on it for myself. And I mean, the weight loss is still happening, which is really cool. Crazy to think we're already halfway to 300. I mean, from this point, and like as I'm sure you guys have clearly been able to tell, like the weight loss has started to like slow down. Like I'm keeping up with everything I'm supposed to be doing, but the first, like, I forget like the percentage, but like the first like 30 or 40%, I don't know, I'll probably dump over if I'm wrong, of excess weight drops off like very quickly, and then the rest is like slowly but gradual. And like that's good in the sense of like it helps you keep up with like the excess skin issue, which is just that, an issue. And but yeah, so I mean, like that is something that's positive. But like again, like I hope that with this weight loss and with this journey, that hopefully we don't have to move again. Like it's not that I don't want to be near family. Like I didn't move down here because I didn't like my family, and I'm not asking my girlfriend to choose one or the other. Like if she wants to move back up, by all means, but or I guess I should say fiance. But again, moving here was not because I hated my family. It's just because that's where my dream is. This is where my dream is. This is where my career is. But I don't know, I can't say for how much longer, you know. Hopefully, I mean, I just got super exciting news. We just got another person attached to the feature that I'm gonna direct. I can't say his name, but he's the one commonality between the movie Animal House and Twisted Sister. And with a 5-minute Google search, I mean, you'll be able to find out who that is, and that's really exciting.
Hello, students.
So again, hopefully in the coming episodes, I'll be able to shed more light onto whether or not the movie's actually going to happen or not. And again, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, so sorry this video took so long. Not quite as epic as I thought it would be, but I'm going to try and get back on being more regular about them. We'll see you guys in the next one. #Road to 300.